All right, today I'll be trying out the Dutch MRE combat ration, meal number 8. I'm going to try out the main course meals. Got 2 meals for breakfast, and then we got a lunch and a dinner. So let's go inside, go over these, see what they're like, do a little taste testing, and find out what the Dutch MREs are all about. All right, so this right here is the main meal items in the Dutch MRE number 8. You have your lunch and dinner, threw the tortillas in because I figure that's probably what it goes with in the meal. And then we also have the yogurt and banana, I guess, which this requires 120 milliliters of cold water. They do have a fill line that's lined up on here, so I'm probably going to go more with a fill line than precise measurements. This is the only one that requires cold water. All the rest of these are going to require hot water. I'll knock out the 2 breakfast ones first. All right, following the instructions on here, I'm going to open it up, add the water to where the fill level is, going to stir it, seal it up, and let it sit for 5 minutes. So get this going. Tears open pretty easily. You can see that well, the stuff that's inside there. I guess we pop the bottom open and get a semi-stable platform there. Pour in the water. About where the fill line is. Yeah, that's right about where it should be, right about 100 milliliters going off the fill line. Seems pretty good. I'm going to stir it up and wait 5 minutes and we'll try it again. All right, so the oats with yogurt and banana is pretty good. It does have some apples and stuff in it. It's 400 calories or just over 404. Takes 120 milliliters of water, and that's about how much it ended up taking when we poured it in, just above the 100 and 150. So that ended up working out good. Tastes pretty good. The consistency of it, dehydrated. It's not like mushy oatmeal or anything like that. It has a firm texture to it, and there's a little bit of sourness like you'd expect with yogurt, but it really tastes good and healthy. Dare I say it's probably better than any of the U.S. military MREs I've ever had. This is probably something you wouldn't want to eat in the middle of the day out in the heat or something like that. So if you want to mess with someone, give them one of these when you're out at 100-something degrees and about to take a helicopter ride or ride in the back of a Bradley or something. Probably get some pretty good upchuck action going on. But for a breakfast type meal, this is great. 404 calories, probably enough to be your sole breakfast. But we'll get some hot water out here in a little bit, and we'll take care of this fruit version of it that requires hot water. So let's see how it goes. All right, so this is the breakfast number 2, the fruit muesli. It's going to be about 100 milliliters of water in it. This one's 396 calories. Let's see what it's all about. Pour some of the hot water in here, aiming for the fill line. Getting it all over my little workbench thing. All right, that looks like about it. Spilled some of it, but we'll see how this works out. Seal it up, stir it, mix it, and come back and see what it's all about. All right, so the fruit muesli, it has a bunch of oats and grains and stuff in it. They refer to it as being a cereal. Texture-wise, it's kind of like a bunch of grains and dehydrated stuff. It's good, not as good as the yogurt banana thing was, which also had apples in it. My wife thought the texture was a little off on it, but overall I ended up liking the flavor of it. It's kind of natural and healthy tasting. So far, their breakfast MREs are a lot better than the US MREs. Kind of more natural and whole grain. If you ever had like instant oatmeal or something like that. These are like steel cut oats, and they don't have that soft flavor to them and everything. But let me get done with this one, and I'll move on to the lunch and dinner ones. I don't know how well my audio is working, but basically I put 250 milliliters of hot water into here, stirred it up, and then I'm going to let it sit for about 5 minutes or so and see how it tastes and everything. All right, I think I had a little audio trouble doing the last part and everything, but this pasta right here is pretty good. It comes with a bunch of ham strips and little spiral noodles and everything. Pasta, but it's got cheese, has a nice onion flavor to it, almost like green onions or something. But it's actually a pretty good meal. You do have to let it sit. It says for 6 to 8 minutes. I ended up going a little over 8, letting it sit. And the calorie count on it, I guess, is 522 for the full thing. Looks like in Europe they have a 100-gram requirement, maybe kind of type thing, but 522 calories, very filling. You could probably eat half of this, seal it up, and then eat the rest later, but it is a very filling meal on its own. Let's go on and get to the next one. All right, it's time to test the dinner meal. Chicken with couscous. A little bit of orange powder and curry. Looks like it went coming out with that. And look at the fill line. It says 225. I think it is. Pouring some hot water. That's right about where the fill line is. Well, let me give this a little bit of a stir with the spoon and see how it goes. All right, and since I'm probably going to eat the tortillas with this meal, go ahead and open them up. You end up with basically what looks like two military-style tortillas, similar to what the US MREs had when I got out around 2012. I don't know if they still have them in there or not, but at least I get to heat these up and not eat them cold. All right, so the chicken couscous is a curry version of it. It's got some good flavor to it. There's chunks of chicken, chickpeas, some carrots, peppers, a few different things in here. But the texture overall isn't too bad. You do have to let it wait that 6 to 8 minutes like the other meal. Calorie counts 517 on it for the dinner meal. So overall it's not too bad. Semi-flavorful. The tortillas, same as the MRE tortillas. First time I really ever had them heated up. The tortillas are pretty good when they're warm and everything. But I'll close this out and I'll give you guys a final conclusion. Alright, if any of you have tried the Dutch MREs before, let me know which one of these is your favorite meal. If there's another meal series that you tried from the Dutch MRE series, let me know what your favorite one is. I'll try and get my hands on it and see how it tastes and everything. Just to go over some of this stuff real quick, I got some quick notes I took and I'll read off it here. But the total amount of water was 695 milliliters, which is 23.5 ounces, which is a little bit under 3 cups. Basically 3 cups of water just for the 4 meals here. Haven't gotten into the rest of it. Calorie count is 1,839 for the meals. If you add in the tortillas, it's 2,189. 350 calories for the tortillas. Overall, out of these right here, my wife's favorite was the pasta carbonara, or pasta carbana as I like to say, but the pasta was her favorite one. My favorite one was the yogurt and banana oatmeal overall. And the couscous is pretty good. The fruit muesli is kind of, I don't know, I'd call it almost like a hippie meal or something. It's kind of a healthy food. I can't necessarily knock it. Thank goodness there's no like flax seeds and other crazy things in there that I could tell, but it does have sunflower seeds, some grainy stuff and everything. But overall, very impressed with these. All of them are way better, I think, than the US MREs. And I could probably eat this every day for breakfast for a few months and probably not get tired of it. But these meals are very filling. Overall, they're, I'd say, a lot healthier than the U.S. Army ones. They don't have as much sodium in there. And overall, it's decent portions of meat in the two that had meat. And overall, some good grains and I'd say less refined, processed, and stuff like that. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Do me a favor, hit that like button. Leave a comment if you want. And subscribe, okay? Cav Cop out.